Hello, everybody. My name is Mariceli Vargas, and I am the Director of Student Life and Activities here at Central Texas College. Part of what my department oversees is campus tours. Unfortunately, right now, because of COVID and security measures, things have changed quite a bit when it comes to campus tours. Normally, we would have current or prospective students come in and actually be able to see the campus here on Central Texas and be able to actually have the opportunity of talking to somebody face to face, potentially being able to answer any questions that you might have, and all of that. However, right now, because of COVID, we have very strict restrictions as to what we can do on campus and what we cannot. Mostly, the biggest restriction right now is that um, to be able to come on campus, everything pretty much has to be done through appointment. So just like everything else has to be done through appointment, we're going to ask that you make an appointment with us so that we can talk to you about the campus. And I'll explain what that means in depth in a little bit more. But I just want to make sure that you understand that we're still here for you. We want to make sure that you still have the same opportunity of asking questions, speaking to faculty or staff that may be able to best answer your questions. And my department happens to be the department that can help you uh, kind of coordinate it and make sure that if you have questions, that we can guide you in the correct direction. We don't really have access to be able to do everything. You know, we can't do admissions, we can't do advising. We can help guide you though, so that you can speak to somebody and get an answer fairly quickly and be able to get through your admissions, advising, any testing that you might need, find help with financial aid, and then hopefully be registered so that whenever you're ready to come to classes, you're going to be prepared for that. The other thing that we have is that we have an orientation that will be happening, and we want to make sure that you're aware of that as well. But overall, the main part for us is making sure that we answer questions. So I want to show you uh, how we can do that and what you can do to access the information. So I'm going to share my screen here. And when I share it, you're going to be able to see. And you're going to be able to, from the main page, you're going to be able to see how things work. Okay. So you should be able to see my main page right now. And from there, I'll go ahead and show you how to access the campus tours. Now, we call them a little bit differently. We call them Eagle Spotlight sessions because, of course, we're the CTC Eagles. But to be able to access that, you can go under Students, under Prospective Students, click on More Resources. And then you're going to see Campus Tour. You go ahead and click on Campus Tour, and that's going to take you to this page that is the Eagle Spotlight session page. And here we have a lot of resources that are going to give you information as to how to start your trajectory with us, some of the things that you need to know, and how to do things. So we have some videos that can help guide you through the process, welcome video, academic support, student life, which is us, yay, explore programs, scholarships, paying for classes, how to apply. So we have different things to help you figure out what you're going to do. But I also know that a lot of people just like to talk to somebody, and we can help you with that as well. So to be able to talk to somebody, we have a live help, and if you were to click on that, you can, during our working hours, which through the summer would be Monday through Thursday from 7:30 in the morning until about 5:30 in the afternoon. I would say we probably stop taking live sessions around 5. But if you look, it gives you the option here to be able to add your name, your last name, if you have already a CTC ID and you would get one immediately after you apply, then you can add here your email address, phone number, and then what the issue is. Once you submit, we're going to have individuals from my department that are going to be able to answer your questions uh, to their best of their ability. And if we need to transfer you to another department or help guide you through a process, we can do that as well. So that's one way of communicating with the department. I'm going to go back, and the other thing I want to point out is to register for the individual Eagle Spotlight sessions. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And what this does is it gives you some dates and times that you can choose to be able to access a person, a live person that's going to be dedicated to speaking to you and only to you. What we'll do is we'll receive the information. You will get an email where we'll ask some basic questions just so that we can be prepared for you, and make sure that we have whatever it is, the answer to whatever questions you might have, hopefully. The other part that we want to always focus on is if you need to talk to somebody maybe from an academic department or something like that, please let us know if you're interested in that. We can make arrangements so that maybe we can have a faculty member or a staff member from an academic department or any department on campus hopefully join us on that session. And if they can't join us that day, then we can make arrangements for a time that's going to work for you as well as the person from the department. We'll be able to let you talk to them, ask questions, have any questions that you have be answered, and with the hopes that you will feel like you're ready to start on campus and be able to, be ready to go from admissions all the way into registration, feeling like you're supported and that we're here for you. A lot of people, for example, we have an aviation program. A lot of times we have individuals that come from all over the state of Texas trying to talk to our aviation department. Right now, just like everything else in the campus and in our area, you can still talk to somebody, but it just needs to be arranged and with an appointment. So we definitely make sure that we put you in contact with somebody from the aviation department. You can talk to either the professor or their administrative assistant so that you can have all your questions answered by somebody who's working with that department every single day. And the same thing goes with almost pretty much any department on the central campus. And if we need to go to one of the other campuses, we can do that as well. Even though we serviced, we're located in central campus in between Killeen and Copperas Cove, Texas, but we have campuses in Fort Hood, and our service area is actually pretty big in Texas. If you're familiar, it goes from Gillespie County, which is where Fredericksburg is at, and it starts coming Marble Falls, Burnett County, Llano, Blanco, and then it also includes Gatesville, Lampasas, San Saba. And if you're familiar with Texas and its counties, that's a very big service area. And so if you're out in the service area and you have questions, whether it be with us here from Central Campus or one of the locations where we're at anywhere in Texas, really, or even the world, because we do have a lot of students that are worldwide, and maybe you have questions about online classes or classes at your location. If we don't have the specific answers, then we will definitely look for somebody who will and will guide you through the process. That's one of the beauties that we have here in Central Texas College, is that we have a very diverse population. We have a lot of individuals that we serve from the high schools, doing dual credit or STEM programs. We also have, classes at different locations, literally all over the world. And of course, we have here in Texas, we have programs within our counties and always online, if nothing else. A lot of our classes coming up are going to be either online or somehow blended. So I want to make sure that if you have questions about how your class is going to be taught or anything like that, we can help make sure that you connect with your professor so that you understand before you register how the classes are going to be taught, how things are going to flow. so that you feel comfortable and prepared before you start your classes, whether it be, you know, in, well, I know we do have some classes that pretty much started today, or if there are going to be classes that start in the fall, whether it be in August or October, or at any time during the year. This is not something that we just do now. It just happens that right now, this is the way that we're being able to do it, is through our virtual environment. So we want you to ask us our questions, let us know what you need. This is the best way for us to be able to know what you need and how you need it, is for you to let us, contact us. We're here to help you answer questions, make sure that you're feeling comfortable, and we can help you do that. Some of the things, not just with the Eagle Spotlight sessions, but I want to kind of go back to our main page and show you a few things, mostly so that you understand what is expected of our students as you come back to classes. And maybe you already are a student and you feel comfortable coming back to classes and all of that. You have some questions about how, what are the expectations of you as a student coming back to class when you're coming into the campus, or this camp, whether it be this campus or any campus. Right now, if you go to the main page, if you look, there's personal safety practices. I'm gonna go back to that. Here, right on the main page, and it tells you that face covering and mask are required on campus. And the guidelines stipulate within 50 feet of a building and once you're inside. Now, in my case, I am completely alone in the student lounge. This is a really big area. However, for when I go to the bathroom or I step outside, I do have my face mask with me. So make sure that you always have one with you. And then up here in the upper right-hand corner where it says COVID-19 return to campus, if you click on that, it's going to give you all the information that you need to know so that you are ready to come physically to our campus. So we have the return to campus plan. We have 6 phases for reopening. And right now, if you look in here, we're in phase 1 of coming back, which basically means that right now we have some staff on campus, but we pretty much are doing everything virtually. We only have a limited staff on campus. And if for some reason you need to talk to somebody, you need to either contact them via phone or some sort of like chat feature like what we have on our area. And then as we go down, we're actually in phase 2, which is the online and blended classes started. And then you have the appointments, the limited on-site support. And if you click on here, it'll tell you exactly what departments, how to get a hold of them, each department, if you need anything. And then of course, our information should be in here under student life. Here we go. So campus tour information, then you can go ahead and contact us through there. That's another way of getting your information. But overall, as we go along and as we start reopening, the phases will change. And so you can keep track of what the most current one is right here on this webpage. And of course, we could go down to phase 2, phase 3, and then at some point we might have to shift back up to either phase 2 or phase 1. This is a very fluid situation. We're trying to be conscious of any needs that you as a student or potential student may have. And so we're trying to be flexible and give you the service that we can, but at the same time, really make sure that you, a student, and then the faculty and staff are also safe. So this is a really good and important part for anybody that might be interested in coming on campus. And maybe right now, this is not, of course, the time to come on campus, or if you are, you need to have an appointment. Make sure that you contact the individual before you show up on the campus. And of course, make sure you have your face masks with you. Here, if you have not used if you were a student registered in the spring semester in a face-to-face class or a blended class, We have the emergency funding for the CARES Act, and here's the information for that. You can apply for some fundings um, as long as the funds are available. So that might be something you might want to look to if you are a returning student. But if you're a brand new student coming on board, the main thing is here's some contact information for you. And of course, like I said, you're also welcome to contact us at our department, and we'll do anything that we can to assist you. Um, Let me see if I don't know if I have any questions. I don't see any questions online, which is good. I don't see anything here. Again, my name is Mariceli Vargas. If you have any questions, if you're not sure as to um, how to address a situation, or what's the best course of action during a specific time or date, and you want to please um, you know get some clarification, please let us know. I do have a question that just came in. Let me see. Do blended classes mean you can choose to go on campus or study online? That's a really good question. Let's kind of clarify what blended classes mean. Blended means that sorry, my lights go out. Part of the instruction is going to be done online, and part of the instruction is going to be in the classroom. So you're going to have specific times that you can be in the classroom, and everything else you're going to do online. Having said that, for the fall semester, I think it's pretty much been determined that there will be, after Thanksgiving, all learning will be online. So if you have a component where you're actually face to face with a faculty member for portions of the time, like if there's a lab or something like that, then they're going to try to do most or all of it, pretty much as possible that can be done face to face. It's going to all be done at the beginning of the semester. And then after Thanksgiving, everything that might be missing from the classwork is going to be done only online. So make sure, that's why it's really important that you speak to your professor even before you register. If you go to WebAdvisor, they'll actually explain there, or they'll give you the professor's email. Please email them. They're excited. It's really interesting. A lot of just the same way that a lot of the students miss their faculty or being able to have that face-to-face connection, we have some faculty members that are having the same situation where they're feeling a little bit of withdrawal from not having students with them. So please contact them even before you register. You say, hey, I'm planning on Professor so-and-so. I'm planning on actually, taking your class in the fall. Here's the section I'm looking for, this class and this section. And can you explain to me what the program, how that's going to flow? And they'll answer you, because they want to make sure that any student that signs up for the class, they know what they're up for, and especially with things being so different this semester. So I hope that answered your question. But I do recommend definitely that before you register, if you have questions as to the flow of the class, email the professor. Or you can email the department if you want. But I would say go directly to the professor. You can get their email. If you can't get a hold of a professor for some reason, then let us know, and then we'll help you track him or her down. I'm glad that answered your question. Let me see. Anybody else have any questions? This would be a really good time because I can address them, and you might have one question, and then other people might have the same question as well. If not, you're welcome to type them in. If you're on Facebook, you can type them in, and we'll keep track of them and answer them as quickly as we can. And otherwise, if there's no other questions, then that's all for me. I really want to say thank you for everybody that listened in and participated. Hopefully you got some information that's going to be helpful for you. And we hope to hear from you soon. We're here to help. So I'm excited, and we'll see you virtually around. If not, at least, when we walk by, you're welcome to wave at me from afar until we're socially distant and we can be a little bit closer socially, right? But I'm still here. We're still answering your questions. Let us know how we can help you, and we'll see you soon. Bye.